Well, hello friends, and welcome back to another Christmas vlog. I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be talking about how to prepare for traditional, memorable, and meaningful Christmases while we do things around the house and get ready to celebrate Christmas. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to share all things homemaking. I would love it if you would subscribe. And if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Okay, let's jump into this beautiful day. So it is a beautiful Sunday morning. We are going to be doing a little breakfast for the kids. We have a couple kids that had slept over, so I needed to make more than usual. But today we're gonna go with a little bacon, some sausage, some eggs, and pancakes with a little bit of fruit. I found some fun different fruit items at the store the other day, so we're gonna try a couple of those. But once the kids are done eating, I do have a fun craft for them to do with the Make It mini series, so I'll be sharing that with you guys. I absolutely love doing those. It gives the kids something to do, especially on days like today. It was extremely cold and really kind of like, it wasn't raining, but it was sprinkling out, and I wanted to keep the kids inside, so this gave them hours of something to do. So while they're doing that, we are going to tidy up the house. I cannot believe how fast this month has gone by. It has been so crazy. I really do need to get on my A game when it comes to finishing our gifts. I'm also going to be sharing a really nice video on some meaningful gifts that you can give your friends and family that don't cost anything except for like craft supplies. So definitely subscribe if you want to hear that. But for today, I want to talk about just kind of getting set for the Christmas traditions that we have in our house. So obviously Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, we have our family here and we do a nice beautiful dinner. We open presents and all of that. But I wanted to start before that and talk about just kind of getting things set. There's something special about preparing for Christmas in a very slow, unrushed way. And I feel like this year I've really dropped into that, not rushing, not feeling like it's performative, and just slowing down and creating a season that feels warmer, intentional, and truly memorable. Now, for us, I always start in November, the 1st of November. So just starting by decluttering the season before you decorate. Before a single garland goes up, I take an hour to reset the home, sometimes even a day. I already posted that video. I do a massive declutter of the house, clean all the surfaces, get everything ready so that I have a nice calm space that makes Christmas decorating feel magical and not overwhelmed, so you're not decorating and cleaning at the same time. I like to do this in every part of the house, and it just really gives me a nice clear canvas to start decorating and deciding which rooms we're going to have trees. So this year we have 4 main trees, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do with each tree further in this video. So now that you have your house clean, the next step is to bring out all of your decor. So with this part, I always like to have the family around for our main tree. I do decorate my 2 front trees by myself just because they're so large, but our other trees, we always like to put all the boxes out and take everything out one at a time so the kids can see all these pieces. And in each box, the night before we go ahead and take all our Christmas decorations down, everybody writes their favorite things that they did this year, what they're looking forward to for the next year, and we always guess what we think we're going to ask for Christmas the next year. And the kids always love to get that out because it's so funny to see not only how much they've changed and the things of their interest, but also what they were so grateful for the year ahead. So I always like to do that. And I also find that just bringing things out slowly and letting the family all participate in it is a really fun tradition. Way back in the day, I want to say probably when we had 2 kids, my husband and I used to always decorate the day after Thanksgiving with our family because everybody was in town, and I would put all the boxes out, ornaments and toys and all of that stuff laid out, and we would all decorate as a family, which I always love. If you have kids that are in college or have moved out, maybe try to incorporate some of your decorating during the seasons you know that they're going to be at the house. That way you can all do it together and share in those great memories. Once you have the house decorated, this is the part that is my favorite. Starting the season off with some great family and friend traditions is one of my favorite parts of the holidays. So whether that's baking our first batch of cookies, going ice skating, watching our favorite movies, hanging out by the fireplace and reading a book, making gingerbread houses, all of those things I love to do with our kids. And I always try to pick a couple days of the week where we try to do a couple different fun traditions, like our Christmas cards, writing letters to Santa. So what I would suggest is the next most most important part is start to make a list of all of the fun things that you want to do with your friends and family during the Christmas season. I love doing, we do a cookie exchange with my group of friends. We also do white elephant lunches. We do ornament exchange. The list goes on and on. You can find many, many lists online of fun holiday traditions that you should share with your family all month long. And if you are somebody who enjoys staying in and keeping things calm during the holiday season, I would say grab a cup of coffee, a cocoa, a glass of wine, sit by the fire, read a book. I love reading those really sweet novels of like Christmas love stories, and play some Christmas music, put on some fuzzy socks, and just enjoy a much slower season. I really, really do find that to be one of my favorite things to do on the off days when everybody isn't hosting Christmas parties or the kids don't have things going on. I really do enjoy a nice, slow, peaceful holiday. That brings me to our next step, which is preparing a December rhythm. So instead of preparing for that December rush, which I feel like gets all of us every single year, sit down with your planner and map out the month. What are family nights, baking nights, movie nights, a night to drive and see Christmas lights, a day to volunteer, going to church and listening to the choir, whether you're wrapping gifts, a day to reset and take care of yourself. I highly recommend mapping out the month so you know which days you're doing which activities, and it really will give you a much better roadmap for the month ahead. I have officially finished making breakfast. I'm going to get all the kids fed and then get them set up on their crafts while I head into the other room and get this house clean. When it comes to enjoying family time and staying off screens or even giving gifts this holiday, I always turn to MGA's Make It Miniverse collection. And right now we are loving the MGA's Miniverse Make It Mini spaces and furniture. It is so much fun to use all the creativity you can in these tiny little packages. Today, one of my daughters got the MGA Miniverse Make It Mini ice cream shop, and my other daughter got the pizza shop. These were so fun to build. It came with different wallpaper, different flooring. You could really make this any which way you want and then customize it with these adorable stickers. With Miniverse spaces, you're not just decorating a room, you're building a mini world where anything is possible. They are stackable, customizable, they have display sets where you can design any which way you want, and kids can really use their time and imagination with fun, hands-on projects with Miniverse. These mini displays are collectible, which makes this so much fun. The sky is the limit with your creativity. It includes wallpaper, flooring, walls, shelves, and you can design it any way you want. You can mix and match themes from bakeries to boutiques to plant shops. This was so much fun. We did grocery stores and the kids played with us for hours. They have two original styles, which we have, which are the ice cream shop and pizza shop. You can create, collect, and connect with your kids this holiday season, making your unique space for them to play for hours and hours together as a family. Here is how our little shopping center turned out. We had some ice cream stations, a little refrigerated section, a pizza shop, some fresh produce, and then a bakery, and closing it out with a Taco Tuesday and a really sweet bodega. If you guys want to check out the MGA's Make It Miniverse collection, check the descriptions down below and join me for some good, wholesome family fun, off the screens, hands-on, good creativity. I'm excited to spend our holiday break making all kinds of different foods to fill up our grocery stores. It's going to be so much fun. And thank you to MGA's Miniverse for sponsoring today's video and making our Christmas break full of fun and creativity. Okay, let's jump into this beautiful day. So now that we have the kids sitting down and busy doing their Make It Minis, I am going to continue cleaning the house, and we're going to move on to step 5 for setting up for a peaceful Christmas. Okay, so number 5 is setting your gift giving list. So asking yourself first and foremost, sit down and make a list of who needs love, who needs encouragement, who needs presents more than presents, right? Who needs your time more than they need gifts. I find that most of our friends and family we don't really exchange gifts as much as we exchange really really meaningful things. I would highly recommend making this list before even looking at anything online or going shopping. That way you have a clear and concise plan, budget, and you know exactly where you need to go and what you need to get. Some of my favorite gifts to give are books. I love to consider the interests of my friends and family, get them a very special book, and then write something really encouraging on the inside with the date that I gave it to them. I love doing recipes with a story. My mom used to do that. So if a friend came over for dinner and said they loved a recipe, I always try to write that in the notes section in my phone, and then I will actually hand write that recipe for them and the date of when we had it and just a funny story from that evening. I also love to do things like if you have very close friends and family, doing a memory box. So each Christmas I give all my nieces, nephews, anything like that, you will give them a beautiful gift to add to their memory box of something special you shared with them that year. I love playlists. I have a couple friends that we always share song playlists. So like I was born in the 80s, so some of my childhood friends, we will share playlists of our favorite songs from when we were growing up, riding our bikes around, or maybe a beautiful playlist of love songs you can share with those you love. I always love a good playlist. It happens to be some of my favorites. You can also put together, if you have an iPhone, I don't know how Androids work, but you can put together a collage of all of your favorite photos with all of your friends and send it with this beautiful song specifically to them. So those are a couple fun ideas if you are looking for something out of the box to think about for your friends this Christmas. Before I keep cleaning, I want to get some chicken in my Instant Pot. We're going to be doing a white bean chili today. I can't wait to share that recipe with you, which brings me to our next step, which is making your home smell, sound, and feel like a warm hug. Okay, so imagine it. Right now we have the whole house decorated. We have our list of fun things we want to do with our friends and family. We know what we're getting everybody for Christmas. We have a rhythm. We are set, and now it's time to make the house smell, sound, and feel so cozy. So what I like to do is do things like a simmer pot with cloves and oranges. You can also add a drop of a balsam tree scent in your diffusers. I love to add that apple cinnamon Glade plugins. It just really creates a nice smell around the house. I personally love the smell of the balsam trees, so placing a fresh greenery like garland or a Christmas tree can really bring in that smell of Christmas. Next, I like to make it feel cozy, so I will always keep things like blankets and cozy socks stuffed away in each of the rooms where we hang out with our family. The next I like to do is the sounds. I like the sound of a crackling fireplace, Christmas music in the background. I love those YouTube channels that just play Christmas jazz. Each of those, and maybe even having some cookies in the oven, will bring Christmas spirit to all of your senses. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what are some of the ways that you manage the holidays? The end of year and the Christmas season can oftentimes bring a lot of stress to many of us for many different reasons, and I want to create a nice system for all of us to be able to slow down and enjoy the season with our family, to avoid things like stress for perfection or over gifting. So tell us in the comments down below, what are some of the things that you have learned over the years that have helped you keep the stress of the holiday away and really drop into the peacefulness of a well-intentioned holiday. One of the most important steps to enjoying the Christmas season is remembering the true meaning of Christmas. At its core, Christmas is about hope and love and a quiet miracle of slowing down long enough to see the beauty in our ordinary lives. I find that returning to connection is one of the things I love about the Christmas season. Gathering for parties, meeting for a beautiful lunch, or having friends over for dinner is such a great way to reconnect, especially if the year got away from you like it does for many of us. Practicing generosity, not the kind that requires wrapping paper, but giving kindness, forgiveness, time, peace, understanding, donating to those in need. Definitely make that a part of your family tradition every single year. And then of course, remembering the story. For many, Christmas honors the birth of Jesus. Even beyond religious traditions, the story symbolizes new beginnings, peace, and a hope returning to the world. It's a season that invites us to slow down, be present with the people we love, practice kindness, reflect reflect on what truly matters and honor the traditions and stories that bring warmth and meaning into our lives. At its heart, Christmas reminds us that the most important gifts are not bought, they are felt. So please do join us in the comments down below and share all of the things that you have done over the years or continue to do to shape your holiday seasons to create those beautiful traditions for friends and family, while also having some time for stillness, reflection, and a nice, calm, peaceful end to a beautiful year. I love days like today when the kids are all home and everyone is able to just kind of chill, play with some crafts, or go play outside. I always love to do a good 1 hour tidy on the weekends, so this is pretty much one of the traditions I like to do on Sundays. Every single Sunday, I really love to have the football game playing and give myself a little time to just deep clean the house. I do have deep clean days, but these little tidies are just really a great way to start the week ahead. And for us, I usually do a 15-minute tidy every single day when the kids head off to school. Considering I am a stay-at-home mom, these are some of the things that responsibilities I like to take on, and I definitely get help from the kids and my husband, obviously, but while I'm in the house, I really do like to tackle these things on a daily basis. And I've shared my daily routines, my weekly, monthly routines, my resets, all of that, how I plan and kind of just tackle things throughout the house as a homemaker. And I've been working really hard as of recent on a lot of new things to share with you guys in 2026, some of which will be here and some of it will be on a different platform. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. It's been kind of a passion project that I've been working on for the last year. And like anything, it takes time and I really want to make sure it's meaningful. So I'll be sharing that in a later video. There's nothing I love more than the smell of a clean floor. I would love to know in the comments down below, what is your favorite thing to clean? Like, is it dishes, floors, making the beds, doing laundry, washing the windows? Like, I'd love to know what you love and which task you don't love. I have never asked this question and I'm very curious. I would say the floors are one of my favorite. Like, I love mopping the floor, and I do usually have my Robo-Rock going. Well, we just got a new floor. My Robo-Rock broke actually, but we did just get a new floor vacuum, which I've been trying out and I've been loving. But there's something just so clean about a nice squeaky clean floor that I just absolutely love. And I would say dishes are my least favorite thing to do, if I'm being honest. It's so gross and just, I don't know. It's never been my favorite thing. So I'd love to know in the comments down below what your favorite is. Okay guys, we are done cleaning. Now I have to show you the tragedy that is this bathroom. I don't know what happened, but it did not stick and it shrank, which was weird. Like the actual, like if you try to meet these in the middle, look, they don't even meet anymore. I think this was just really cheap and you get what you pay for. Which is why I always say, like, buy something you love, invest in it. Because I just wasted, I think this only cost me $100, but still, like, see how it's like not even meeting the wall? Like, how did it shrink? I need to know. Oh, I'm so bummed because I just thought this was so cute. We considered like how to fix it and get it to stay, because like this wall stayed with the exception of that. But then I don't know, like I really want to see if I can salvage this, because some of it worked, but then like some of it didn't. There's like no stick to it. Anyway, that was a slight waste of a day. I started to see it peel like yesterday and I was like, oh man, get it to stick. And then it just got worse and worse. God, I really wish I could get it to stay. because I just think this looks so good for Christmas. But anyway, I wanted to be honest with you all of my epic fail, December 2025. This is where we're at. Anyway, I'm gonna have my husband come in and help me take the mirrors down, and then we'll rip all this down because I just don't think it's salvageable. Which makes me really sad. All right, let's get to work. Look how cute. All right, baby, ready to take this down? Okay. I had worked up quite an appetite, so for lunch, my husband and I don't usually do a whole lot for breakfast, so I'll do a nice lunch for the two of us. I wanted to make a simple white bean chili with some chicken, so I'd already made the chicken in the Instant Pot. I'm going to shred that up. To make this is very easy. You're just going to put yellow onion, garlic, and a little bit of olive oil in a pan, and then you're going to let that kind of saute for a bit. I actually had a couple poblanos, so I decided to chop those up. Otherwise, just use a can of green chilies. It works just the same. And then I like to just, again, saute those all together. Then we're going to add in our seasonings, which are things like cumin, coriander. I use smoked paprika, which I love. I feel like I use that on everything. And a little bit of salt and pepper. And if you want to make it spicy, add a little cayenne pepper. And then while recording this, I must have just been starving and like brain farted, but I didn't record the full thing, so I'm going to tell it to you here, and then I will type out the recipe as well. So once you have all that in, you're going to mix those up. Then you're going to add in your chicken stock. I like to add this in and bring it to a boil. Then I'm going to throw in the corn. You're going to throw in the beans, which are just cannellini beans. And I did a 14-ounce can of that. And for the corn, I did a roasted corn. Then you're going to add in your cheese. So I did 1 cup of mozzarella cheese and 1 cup of pepper jack. It is so easy to make, so delicious. If you want to make it extra creamy, go ahead and add in a cup of whipped cream cheese as well. I garnished this with some jalapenos, some more mozzarella, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and some cilantro. If you guys want to check out that recipe, I will have it typed out down below. It is so delicious and everybody in our family just loves it. It's a very cozy dish and very easy to make. I want to thank you for joining me in today's video. I hope you got some great inspiration for some fun ways to enjoy the end of the year and the Christmas season. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye!